Welcome everybody back to Boost in Motion, guys, and today this video is going to be what's the total cost of all the parts I have on my car right now. So guys, hit that intro. Welcome everybody back to Boost in Motion, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Thank you. So welcome back everybody. So I made a few videos talking about the different parts that I have installed on my car at the current moment and how I recommend them when it comes to longevity on should you guys purchase them, depending on how much miles and or time I have with them, right? But also I thought about it, let me make a video on the total cost of all the parts on the car as it sits. So let's jump right into it. Now this is off my head, but I'm literally gonna probably just make a video, talk a little later, talk about add up all the pricing. But anyway, let's just jump right into it. If you guys don't already know, this grill is an OEM grill, but I also purchased a second grill off of eBay. Now the eBay grill came all black, and I had gotten in an accident about a year ago, and I ended up just swapping over the bezel from that eBay grill to here. But that eBay grill was all black and it cost about $150. I didn't, and I sell it back, but the grill, eBay grill, was about $150. Second, now we're gonna talk about the fog light insert. Even though this one's broken because I had got into the accident, I ended up changing this fog light bezel for about 70 to 80 bucks OEM off of eBay, and it came painted gray. So $80 for that one. Then the lip itself, I got this lip off of eBay. It's a one-piece PU material or PP material. It's not the regular plastic ABS that breaks. I got this for right around $160. Now in the past, I want to tell you guys this, I had the 3-piece version in the same PP material. I didn't get it in ABS, I had it in the PP material, but what happened is I ended up still crashing, and the car could only take, the PP material could only take but so much, and that ended up breaking. But the reason why I got the 3-piece one is they didn't have the 1-piece one out yet. This is when they just started making some of these parts for this car. So would I recommend the 3-piece one? Not really. If you can, try to spend a little bit extra money. I think it's like $40 more, and just get the 1-piece one. It lasts so much more longer. I've had this on the car for almost a year now. Yes, almost a year that's been on there. And I believe I'll have a link below to the 1-piece one. And when you secure them, make sure that you use bolts and nuts. If you can drill into little pilot holes into the bottom of the bumper, it will make sure that you won't lose your lip over and over. From my G37 days, I went through plenty of lips just using regular dry cheek rock screws and stuff. So definitely do it right. Now, moving forward, now I'm gonna go to the wheel and tire setup. I have old videos talking about this, but pretty much my wheels I got on sale for about $1,200. They're really expensive wheels, but I got them on sale for $1,200, and they're discontinued. These are Wet Sports SA15R wheels, and super black chrome with the blue. Now, definitely good, definitely love them. Those are $1,200. Now the tires, I have BARUM various tires. These are a summer tire, ultra high performance summer tire, and they're really good. They're really on a budget brand side. I had got them for $450, but now they're currently $650. So they went up in price in the last 2 years. Now the brake calipers, my car is a non-sport. Even though it has a sport bumper, in 2018 they made the sport packaging an option. I didn't want to spend the extra 40-50 bucks a month to do so, so I didn't have sport calipers. But I ended up getting these junkyard sport calipers for about $500 with brake pads, and I ended up repainting them. And you see how they're designed? Yes, I designed them myself. And I got the rotors off of Rock Auto for about $20 to $25 a rotor for the sport brakes, and that cost about $100 for the set of 4. So literally $250 for the rotors, for the calipers and pads that came used, another $120 for the rotors, and then some parts and materials for the paint and stuff like that. And I would say my BBK cost me only about under $500 for all 4. Now, moving forward from that, anything else with the exterior? No, I don't have anything else with the exterior. So let me move forward. Let me pop the hood for you guys. All right. Now the stuff that you don't see here, there's gonna be some stuff that you're not gonna be able to see here. But let me just jump right into it. I have a Megan strut bar. That was about 80 bucks for that one. I have an Ad W1 all catch can. That's about 100. This is the regular version 3 version, and that was about $150 for that part. Off of that, I have AMS Infiniti intakes. That was about $500 for those. Let me put this back. I also have, I still use it as a data logger, but I also have a JB4. Also have a JB4, Burger Tuning JB4 on the car. I still use it for data logging. That was about $600 with Bluetooth. I still use that for data logging. All right, now there's a few other stuff that you guys don't see here right now. I have a Burger Tuning heat exchanger in here, in line with the stock OEM heat exchanger. That was about $400. I also have a AMS fender tank that holds 2 gallons of fluid behind here. So there's a big tank here that holds about 2 gallons of heat exchange, pretty much coolant for the heat exchangers. That was about $400. All right, let's close that off. Oh man, that sucks. Oh man, this really sucks. I don't even know how to close it. Anyways, let me see, guys. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Oh, it's not in properly. That makes a lot of sense. Now we'll close. All right. Now that talks about the coolant modifications under the car. On the exhaust side, I have Megan lower downpipes, so 150. I have Rev 9 mid-pipe and Y-pipe combo, I have a stock OEM muffler. That was about $495 for that. And I also have a STILLEN rear sway bar. That was about $150 brand new. I had ordered that from a separate site. I also have rear stabilizer links. That is about $55-60 for the Godspeed rear stabilizer links, adjustable ones. Outside of this, that's necessarily all the suspension modifications, wheel and tire handle modifications, and aesthetic looks. Finally, I also have BC Racing coilovers for the suspension. That was about $1,000 years back, like 2015, 2016. I had got those coilovers. That's 2020 right now. Those were about $1,000 for those. Now interior wise, nothing. I mean, I did have mats and stuff like that I spent on the car, but I ended up selling them back. I had Metrics mats. I still recommend those. And I had the eBay mats. I don't recommend getting the eBay Chinese mats. They were just crappy quality. But interior wise, I literally don't have any modifications. I did have a NAVIKS Android Apple Auto unit. I'll end up taking that out because I didn't like the quality of it. But there are other brands on the market that are super nice, so definitely look into those. Just Google and YouTube them, but I don't really have any of that on this car. Backside, nothing here either. Absolutely nothing. Yes, guys. So let me start finishing this out. And finally, I always recommend, once you get all your breather modifications and your performance modifications done with cooling, you need to go and look into getting a tune. And I went with a tune, which was right around $1,500 for me, because I went with a really expensive company. But right now, at this current moment, there are cheaper companies out there who make tunes for these cars that will give you just as good performance or even better for between $800 to $1,200. But outside of that, guys, this is pretty much my 500 horsepower Infiniti Q50, and I love it. I love the car, and the small amount of modifications I did, from aesthetics to the suspension, handling, and performance, and the breathing modifications, gives me a really good, reliable daily car. And listen, at the end of the day, even though people like to sit there and say this car is old and is outdated, listen, it's still a good looking car, and a lot of people really love it, and I love it too. Alright guys, so I'm going to have two different sections here. The first section is going to be the modifications that I use to gain power to get to 500 horsepower. And the second section will be the performance section plus all the other modifications on the car as it sits. Okay, so let's talk about the first part. AMS intakes, Meg and lower downpipes, Rev 9 mid-pipe and Y-pipe combo. I also have Burger Tuning heat exchanger, and I also have AMS fender tank. That's all for the modifications. And I also have a tune which I spent about $1,500 on. I'm not going to tell you guys who I've been tuned by. I've said it plenty times before, and I'm not giving them no free promotion. So the total cost of just the performance section is $33.94. Yes, $33.94. That's what I paid in total cost for modifications and cooling with the tuning. All right, now for the second section, that will be the modifications when it comes from aesthetics to wheels, suspension components. So I'm going to just briefly overlap it here, just briefly say it. You have the car as it currently sits, and the total cost that I got right now is $82.24. That is the total cost I paid for all the components on my car as it sits, from the lips to the wheels to the tires to the coilovers to the sways, all of that. So all this stuff together to get this car to where it sits right now is right around $82.24. Now, a lot of this stuff you guys don't need to purchase. You guys don't need to purchase $1,200 wheels and other tires and stuff like that. So understand that those are added costs. But so otherwise than that, guys, if you want to support me and support the channel, definitely check the Teespring account below for the Teespring merch. You can definitely order those shirts and directly shipped to your house. Also, on top of that, if you want to contact me, you can contact me at boostinmotion IG, Facebook, and boostinmotion@gmail.com. Otherwise than that, guys, I really love this car. And as much as people make fun of it, like saying, oh yeah, you always try to get the cheap components, I really didn't spend much money to get this car to look this good and to have this decent amount of power. There's other levels to it, but right now I think this is one of the best setups on this market for the Q50. So otherwise than that, guys, hit the like button, subscribe button, bell notification. I'll see you guys in the next video. Appreciate it. Thank you everybody for watching. Do appreciate you guys. Love you guys very much. You can also check out the 2 links I posted for some of my other videos. Also, on top of that, if you want to purchase some Boost in Motion merch, definitely check the link that I posted also. And finally, if you've been watching all my videos and you enjoy them, please hit the link to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Thank you.